I nearly fell backwards filming the cranes. This is a lovely sight. That was blowing earlier. Mark put that on the line. I can't hang washing. He likes hanging washing, so he says. I can bring it in, I think, because it's not so heavy and I'm not holding my arms up for so long, so I'll bring that in a bit. It's another lovely day, although it's cloudier today. Somebody in comments, a new subscriber or new arrival to my vlog, said that they were looking forward to hearing me talk about Trump's latest, I can't remember the other word, but the latest Trump things. And I'm thinking, there's so many. Where would I begin? It's like, where would I begin? There's so many things happening, and we all know what I think, and you all know what you think, and it is all absolutely it's not unbelievable anymore. It's believable because we know what he's like. I think what was it? That might be what I shared, that the JFK library was closed yesterday because they'd sacked too many people and they couldn't open the library. I think that's going to be open today. Today's Wednesday. So there's that. There's another plane crash. I want to remember Guantanamo, what's going on there, how many people have been taken there, why have they been taken, what was their crime, what's happening to them there. Nobody knows. There's nobody witnessing it. It's cut off from Cuba and it's cut off from America. Nobody's witnessing what's going on. And I searched Blue Sky today deliberately for Guantanamo because I'm not seeing it come up in my feed. The only thing that comes up in my feed is that I follow, I think it's called Gitmo Watch, that will mention flights coming in and flights leaving. So I've been following that, but I just haven't seen much about Guantanamo. And I think, well, obviously you need to follow people that are also following Guantanamo, so maybe I'll see more. So that, I'm sort of thinking, what's happening to those people? Are they being tortured? It's also out of control that I can imagine that they're being tortured because they can be tortured because, it's fun, which is just, it's frightening, isn't it? And there's nobody looking, nobody can see, nobody can witness it, and I'm interested in yesterday afternoon, evening, Trump has blamed Ukraine for starting a war with Russia, rewriting history. And of course that's going to happen, isn't it? What they're doing is creating a situation where they can rewrite history, and successfully at the moment. There is pushback, but there doesn't seem to be anybody that can stand in their way. And I don't know whether I watched it online or read something about Amazon. You can hear more Gru about Amazon. From the 25th of February, taking back or rescinding a permission for you to download your content to a USB, via USB to your computer. From the 25th of February, which is in a few days' time, you'll no longer have that right. So I went out the other day and I bought a thumb drive, and I downloaded mine. I haven't got loads, and a lot of it I filtered out. It's like, I don't think I'll be looking at that again, but some of it I will. And I thought, well, I'll do that. So it's now on a thumb drive. So if I wanted to reread a book and it had been removed from my Kindle, I've got it. I'd have to find a reading app. But somebody said to me on my Facebook page, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's right. You know, you buy the books and they're downloaded and that's it, you keep them. But if you look really carefully, and I can remember years ago understanding this, they're on borrow. The books have always been on borrow. You don't own them. Will you stop it? Huh? Come away from my tripod. They've always been on borrow. You don't own them. And I'm thinking that this change could well be in line with banning books and being able to withdraw books. So you might have a banned book on your Kindle, and that could get withdrawn because Bezos, remember, is also arse licking. So that could get withdrawn from your Kindle. So, for instance, I imagine, and I don't know, The Grapes of Wrath is possibly a banned book in America. We've got it here as an very old paperback. I don't think I ever downloaded it to Kindle, but that could get withdrawn. I watched a video yesterday, and the guy was saying not only that, but a book can be re-edited or edited and changed. Again, you know, some stuff is important, and if that gets edited and changed, you haven't got the true book, you've got a version of the book. And who wanted that to, there's Gru right over there in the distance, they all up there circling again for height. Yeah, who wanted to change it? Who changed it? So that's why I did that, and I'm very suspicious of a lot of stuff now. It's a bit chilly out here when the sun's not shining. What else? So yeah, there's so much about Trump, but it's Musk, isn't it? He's the one causing the trouble, and he's not, you know, he's a South African, so not allowed to be president, but bought the presidency with loads of money, and Trump is the puppet. So Trump is the front man, signing executive orders, signing an executive order that only the president or the attorney general can have an opinion. I can't remember it, so I'm not going to say it, but it's like signing executive orders. So he, you know, it's like he's the front man. Behind that is Musk, and actually I think behind Musk is Putin. So they're just, it's puppetry. I haven't found it again or looked for it again, but I saw a very short clip of Musk with his son, that same boy that was in the Oval Office, and talking about something about they don't know what's going to happen, and sort of laughing, sort of an evil laugh, and the son laughing along evilly with him, as if the son knew what he was talking about. And I think he shut the boy up before the boy said more than he was meant to. And I'm thinking, what else has he got planned? What else has he got planned? So I'm pretty pissed off. I'm pretty pissed off with Trump coming over and sort of destabilising stuff here more than ever. There are elections in Germany on the 23rd or the 28th. I can see it in my head, but it looks like it could be a 3 or an 8. And the ADF in Germany are doing so well that I can't. It's horrific. And then you've got Kemi Badenoch, if that's how you pronounce it, in the UK, who is an opposition, the leader of the opposition, who's just another Nazi. And I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking. I just don't understand. They're of a generation, all of them, who did not have parents that fought in the war, who didn't hear the stories or read the stories or understand what was at stake. And I saw something the other day quite a few days ago now, somebody talking about, you know, how France very quickly capitulated during the Second World War, rah, 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 you know, something about you need us, America, la, la, la. And it's like, you don't live in a country where you're suddenly overwhelmed by your invader. And I don't mean the ones that they talk about invading you from Mexico, not that sort of invasion. I'm talking about Germany riding into France and just taking over and overwhelming France. You don't live like that. And the same for Britain. Britain didn't have that. Britain had the Channel between them, and at that point, the Channel was relatively a reasonable border. It isn't now, but it would have been back then. And it's like, you don't live in a country that's been invaded. You haven't lived in a country that's been invaded. You don't know how that is, and it feels, you know, you can feel very safe and make statements, and you know, you French, that you capitulated. And I've heard people talk about accusing French, calling them cheese-eating surrender monkeys, which is an awful thing to say, because those people making those accusations didn't live that life, didn't live here under the rule of an oppressor. I haven't lived under the rule of an oppressor, and I hope that I never have to. But the threat of that is sort of up there now. It's very frightening. Well, there you go. I didn't mean to go on about all of that. Didn't know where I was going with this, but I did. So I think I'll stop there. And thank you for your comments. And thanks for you new subscribers. And if you haven't already subscribed, feel free. Don't forget to push the like button and all that stuff that people say at the end of vlogs that I don't normally say. Thanks for watching. Bye.